Hello, welcome back to Moon Medicine Yoga. I'm Allison, and on this channel we practice yoga inspired by the moon, nature, astrology, and more. Subscribe now to join us on our yoga journey through the seasons. Today's class is a slow flow yoga practice inspired by August's full moon, commonly known as the sturgeon moon. August's full sturgeon moon rises during the first harvests. The days are still long, the heat shimmers in the air, and the waters of lakes and rivers are warm and teeming with life. We sense the shift from summer's outward energy to the inward reflection of autumn. Cooler mornings and whispering leaves stir us with a sense of change and introspection. The sturgeon moon gets its name from the lake sturgeon, a freshwater fish native to North America's Great Lakes and rivers. These ancient beings, often called living fossils, have existed since the time of the dinosaurs. Historically, they were an essential food source for indigenous peoples and early settlers. The word sturgeon means stir, as these fish forage along the lake bed, stirring up mud in search of food. But in August, they rise from the depths, swimming closer to the surface, making them easier to catch. As this full moon rises, we too may feel a stirring within. Though the sun's strength begins to wane, August days remain hot, long, and dry. The vibrant energy of early summer may begin to shift into a weary, overheated anticipation for the cool, crisp days of fall. During this full moon, tune into your own experience. Does your world feel abundant and fulfilled? Perhaps certain emotions, like the ancient sturgeon, are rising to the surface. Or maybe your energy is low, yearning for the gentleness of autumn. Let this full moon shed light on your inner world. Yoga encourages us to observe without judgment, so whatever arises, meet it with love and curiosity. Let this practice help us embrace where we are and whatever we're feeling. Feel free to share your experience in the comments below. Thanks again for being here today. If you haven't yet, subscribe and hit the like button. If you have a yoga block, maybe have it handy today. Not essential, just a suggestion. We're going to get started in a comfortable seat. Starting with legs crossed and a tall spine. Close your eyes and notice the rhythm of your breath. As you inhale, draw in the warmth of the late summer sun. With your exhale, relax the jaw and settle into the present moment. We pause to sense the quiet shifts in the season. And deepening the breath, bring hands to heart center for our collective intention today. As the full sturgeon moon rises, I embrace the natural flow of change within me and around me. I honor the harvest of my efforts, release what has served its season, and welcome the wisdom that surfaces from the depths of my being. If you have a personal intention, you can bring it to mind now. And with your next breath in, blink the eyes open, interlace the fingers, exhale, press the palms away from you, bowing the head, round the spine. Inhale, palms overhead with softened elbows like a big rising full moon. Exhale, release, right hand to mat, side bend, reach the left arm all the way over. Inhale, just wave to the other side, left hand to mat, right arm over. Inhale to center, reaching to sky. Exhale, hands to heart center, interlace and press. Feel the navel drawing in, angry cat the spine. Inhale, full moon rises. Exhale, right hand to mat and lean into your side bend. Maybe look to the sky. Inhaling through center and just wave the arms to the left. Inhale to center, reaching high, looking up. Exhale, hands to heart center, interlace, press the palms away. Inhale, arms overhead, full moon. Exhale, right side bend. Inhale, flow through center to the other side. Inhale to center, reaching high, and pause. Exhale, twisting right. Bring right hand behind you, left hand to your knee, gazing straight ahead or over your back shoulder. Breathing deeply. Looking forward, inhale, release, unwind and reach to sky. Exhale, twisting left, left hand behind you, right hand holds the knee. Looking forward, inhale, unwind, reaching to the sky. Exhale, hands to heart center. Cleansing breath here, my friends, in through the nose and out of the mouth. Inhale, hands behind you, and open the legs into a straddle. Flexing the feet, preparing for mill churning or chakki chalansana. Extend your arms and interlace the hands. Start to circle clockwise as if you were stirring a great pot of soup. Activate the core here and you'll feel a warming sensation building through the low belly. Keep the spine long and find a bit of a hinging motion in the hips. Really embracing the stirring action of this season, of this full moon. Next, inhale, pause, reaching the arms forward and start to mix counterclockwise. Moving with the breath, inhaling as you hinge forward, exhaling. Exhale as you sit tall. Inhale the fists forward and pause. Exhale, hands to heart center, bringing the soles of the feet together. Interlace the hands and slide the interlace to the outer edges of the feet. Pulling against the feet, inhale, the arms long, the heart lifts. Exhale, folding heart over toes for Baddha Konasana. You can find a little leverage resistance against the feet to draw the heart forward, deepening your fold a bit more. Elbows can press gently on the calves or slide to the front of the shins. Wherever you are, breathing deep. On your inhale, rise up, pulling gently on the feet, maybe lifting the feet off the mat for a little extra stretch. And we'll release, coming through a tabletop position into our first downward facing dog. Tuck the toes and lift your hips back and up to the sky. Soften the knees. Gaze back between the legs. Exhale, slowly walk hands back to the feet, coming to a forward fold at the back of your mat. Wrap the arms around the backs of the knees, giving yourself a little squeeze. Make sure there's a nice deep bend to those knees too. Release, inhale, hands to shins, halfway lift. Exhale, hands to hips. Inhale, rise to standing. Exhale, arms to sides, Tadasana. Just being still for a moment. Now stepping feet wide as the mat, maybe turning the toes out slightly. Inhale the arms wide, placing the fingertips on the tops of the shoulders so the thumbs are behind and the forefingers are in front. Engage the belly. Inhale, twist to the left. Exhale, twist to the right. We'll start to pick up the pace, finding a fluid kundalini type twist, moving from side to side. Just a couple more, starting to slow your twists down until you finally come to stillness, releasing the arms, bringing one hand to your heart and one hand to your belly, connecting for a moment. Heel toe the feet under the hips, regulate the breath, back to deep, nourishing rounds. Inhale, the arms flow up. Exhale, swan dive, forward fold. Inhale, hands to shins, halfway lift. Exhale, walk the hands, downward facing dog. If you like to flow through vinyasa, you can do so here. Otherwise, just holding this grounding shape for a few breaths. Exhale, bend the knees, look forward, walk or step up to your hands. Inhale, hands to shins, halfway lift. Exhaling, fold down. Inhale, rise, reaching up. Exhale, hands to heart center. And then the hands can come to your sides. Inhale, arms up. Exhale the arms wide to interlace them behind your back. We're going to bring the thumbs to the low back here with the elbows bent. Bring the thumbs over to the right hip, pinning them in place. Keep the shoulders relaxed. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, right ear drops to right shoulder. and a nice little neck stretch. Don't try to deepen or intensify this stretch in any way. Just let the weight of your head do the work and breathe some softness into those neck and shoulder muscles. Inhale the head back to center. Slowly thumbs back to low back. Inhale, arms sweep to sky. Exhale, swan dive, forward bend. Bring your big toes to touch. Exhale, drop the seat for chair pose. Inhale, sweep the arms up, keeping your seat low. Bring hands to heart center for a twist. A few options here. You can fan the arms wide like so, enjoying a T twist. Or you can bring hands to heart center and crouching deeper, twist, bringing the left elbow to the outside of your right knee. Just that traditional prayer twist. For even more, you can look down, bring weight into your right leg, and maybe do a little fishtail flick with the left leg. Just bending the knee and pointing the toe towards the back of your mat. A few little variations to try here today. Settle your eyes and breathe wherever you are. On your exhale, release, fold, letting that go. Inhale, hands to shins, halfway lift. Exhale, folding down. Inhale, rise, reaching up. Exhale, hands behind you to interlace at your low back. When you're ready, sliding the thumbs over to the left hip, keeping your elbows bent, your shoulders draping down and behind. Dropping left ear to left shoulder, breathing into the right side of the neck. Just enjoying. Inhale the head back to center and the thumbs back to center. Sweep the arms overhead, big reach. Exhale, swan dive, forward fold. Big toes touch once again. Bending the knees, inhale, chair pose, rising up. On the exhale, you can take your T-twist if that's your preferred variation. You could do that little fishtail flick here too. If you're taking one of the prayer twist variations, inhale, hands to heart center. Exhale, twisting left, crouching deeper in your chair pose. Bring the right elbow to the outside of the left knee. The knees can shift a little bit, but not too much. If you're taking the flick of the fishtail, gaze down, bringing the weight into the left leg. Bend your right knee, pointing your toes to the back of the mat. When you're ready, exhale, release, and fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rising up. And once again, interlacing hands behind the back. This time the arms will be straight, heel to the feet under the hips. Open the chest, rolling the shoulder heads back. And you can stay right here, or if you'd like, on the exhale, soften the knees and fold forward, sending your knuckles overhead, gazing back between the legs. Standing yoga mudra. Inhale, release, hands to shins, flat back. Exhale, hands to mat, plank pose. Drop the knees and let's slowly lower to the belly. Stack the hands and rest your head on top. And if your block isn't within reach, maybe grab it now and just set it down towards the top of your mat. Get back into that relaxing prone shape for just a few more breaths. From here, we're rising up to the elbows. I'm going to bring that block in so it's in a place where we can rest our head on it, like this, either your temple or your forehead, and this will make sense in a moment. The exhale, thread the right arm across your chest and relax your chest down, reaching your left arm forward with ease in this half variation of the yin dragonfly pose. If this is enough, stay here, but if you'd like more, you can thread the left arm across the chest as well, resting your forehead on the block for full dragonfly stretch that today we'll call barbel bliss. Barbels are the little whiskers under the chin of the sturgeon, and they use them to sense food on the lake or riverbeds. On your next inhale, releasing, coming up to the elbows. You can thread the left arm across the chest and just ease that right arm forward, turning your head to the right. Pausing here, sensing the rhythm of the earth beneath you. Feel free to stay in half dragonfly or threading the right arm across the chest, taking the deeper variation, full dragonfly or barbel bliss. And now preparing to release. Inhale, lift your head. Rise up to the elbows and slide the block forward. Pause here for a moment in Sphinx pose before rolling onto the back, landing with the knees bent and the feet on the floor. We're getting ready for 2 variations of fish pose. Had to do fish pose today in honor of our lake and river sturgeon friends. For the first variation, simply lift the hips and place the palms under your seat. Draw the knees into the chest and extend your legs to the sky, pointing your toes. Slowly lower the legs, and about halfway down is a tipping point you can use to rise up onto the elbows. Walk the elbows in toward one another. When you're feeling good and propped up by the elbows, gently drop the head back, shifting the weight to rest gently on the top of your head. Feel free to stay here, or for something a little different, rock up to a seat, crossing the legs in full lotus pose. Roll back. Same as before, lift your hips and place the palms under your seat. Extending the hip flexors, point the knees towards the top of your mat. And as they lower, you'll feel your heart lifting, rise up onto the elbows. When you're ready, head drops back, resting the weight gently on the crown of the head. Wherever you are is lovely. Holding these shapes for another couple breaths. To exit your fish pose, press into the elbows to lift off your head. And just roll onto the back, drawing the knees into the chest for a moment. Then inhaling the arms wide, set your feet down as wide as the mat. Windshield wipering the legs from side to side for a fluid twist. The next time the knees fall to the right, you can let them stay. Option to stack your right heel on top of your left knee. Breathing here. To release, inhale, unhook the heel. Just let the legs flop over to the left side. Staggered twist. Option to stack the left heel on top of the right knee. Keep the shoulder blades grounded. And finally, letting this go, unhook the heel. Exhale, knees into chest, giving yourself a hug, holding the shins. Option to close with happy baby here, reaching through to grab the arches of the feet. Bend the knees deeply to either side of your rib cage. From here, we'll release into our final rest. Savasana, extending the arms and the legs long. Walk the shoulder blades down the back. Let your toes flop to either side. Relax the muscles of your face and jaw. And just enjoy the natural rise and fall of your breath as you sink into your rest. Enjoy. beginning our gentle transition back. Start by deepening the breath, bending the knees, bring the feet to the floor, and roll softly to your right side, using the right arm like a little pillow for your head. Today's closing reading is Ripeness from Hirshfield. Ripeness is what falls away with ease. Not only the heavy apple, the pear, but also the dried brown strands of autumn iris from their core. To let your body love this world that gave itself to your care in all its ripeness, with ease, and will take itself from you in equal ripeness and ease, is also harvest. And however sharply you are tested, this sorrow, that great love, it too will leave on that clean knife. Taking a deep breath, bringing those words with us, press up to a comfortable seat with the hands at heart center. Thank you for being a part of this class today and for sharing the full moon with me. To seal our time together, let's bring thumbs to the third eye and bow to honor each other and all our relations. If you enjoyed class, like the video and don't forget to subscribe. I would love to see you again soon for the new moon, of course, the autumnal equinox, and other seasonal flows. Let me know in the comments which fish pose variation you chose today, or if anything else resonated from class. I really love hearing from you. Information about becoming a member, the Patreon, affiliate links are all below if you'd like to support the channel, which is always appreciated. Lastly, feel free to come find me on Instagram at Moon Medicine Yoga. And that's all for today. Happy full moon. Thanks for being just as you are. And I'll see you soon on the mat and under the moon. Bye, yogis.